Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Can you all hear me now? Testing, testing, testing 1 2. Can you all hear me now? Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Let me know you can hear me, family. Let me know if you can hear me. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing, testing. You're good now. Thank you, Trey Titan. That's what I'm talking about. Just a little trick of the phone. Just a little trick of the phone. We are loud and clear. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to St. Louis in the mix. Salute Trey Titan. My brother growing with soul. 4-ounce sniper in the building. I want to say, if you have not checked out, before we get into this quick little boxing talk, I'm only going to be live for about 30 minutes. If you have not checked out Growing with Soul's YouTube channel, our good brother Growing with Soul, our brother is on there showing you how you can make things from scratch, from 0 to 100. These are the type of things that we need to start celebrating and start passing around. If you all are not paying attention to what's going on in the country right now, we are going to need each other more than ever. And we don't need to beg or ask anyone for help or a handout or anything like that. All we need is each other. With that being said, salute to my brother Black Jericho. Family, I was watching Inside the Ring. And on Inside the Ring, you had Shady, I believe Mike Coppinger, Max Kellerman, and Teofimo Lopez. And the conversation they were having was how or who do you favor between Foster and Navarrete, right? And Max Kellerman had the audacity to say to Shady, to say to a brother, to say to a black man. He said, salute Tim TV, Max Kellerman said, well, what will you think of Navarrete if he was from Philly? Now, this is how, see, I keep telling y'all, all of you compromising Negroes, if you will, Negro-minded individuals, right? When Max Kellerman was brought back, I told you he was brought back for an agenda. He was brought back for a reason. Now, boxing is what we can admit a microcosm of life, right? Now, boxing is supposed to be based off of integrity, based off of morals and a man and another man stepping into a ring and training and putting your best foot forward, and whoever comes out on top, their hand is raised, and these things are supposed to be celebrated. We are supposed to celebrate the mind of a warrior. We are supposed to celebrate. Let's go back for a second. Why isn't anyone talking about the fact that O'Shaquie Foster has a real life fantasy story, a real life Rocky story, a real life Andre Bishop from Fight Night story, and for him to be able to do what he's doing, going through what he's going through, had to take the time he had to take off, and at 34, still shaking up boxing, is something that should be celebrated. But Max Kellerman asked Shady, first he asked him, well, if he was from Philly, what would you be saying? Or would your opinion, if Navarrete was from Philly? Then he doubles down. He doubles down and says, well, if he was a black guy. So Shady says, well, yeah, I mean, I don't always just go for the black guy just because I think the black guy is going to win. The audacity for this wannabe Larry Merchant piece of shit. See, you all can keep on trying to tiptoe around the problem and tiptoe around the topic, Coach not going to do it. Coach is not going to do it. I'm not going to tiptoe around. For him to say that to that brother, and you have Teofimo Lopez, who you have not addressed once. You have not addressed once the racial rants he's going on, the racial insults that he's had. You have not brought that up one time. You have not even said, well, how have you changed since that incident? But see, this is what's going on. Whether streaming, whether in anywhere in entertainment, sports, there is a effort to emasculate the man. You and I, and all of you brothers who gave Max Kellerman a pass coming back, you, sir, are the exact spineless coward that I have been calling out from the beginning. Now let me show you all what's about to happen. See, Shady, you all were asking, well, why would they bring a football player on inside the ring that don't know a damn thing about. Now let me tell you something. He never would have said that to what's the brother's name? What's the brother's name that trained Wilder? And they took his little slot away on inside the ring. Thank you, brother. Malik Scott. St. Louis Mix said Max would never insinuate to a Mexican or a European that they are only picking a fighter because of their race. That's a fact. That is a fact. Now, he would have never said it to Malik Scott because Malik Scott would have known enough boxing to say, well, wait a minute, Max, when Bud Crawford, who had a legit chance to beat Canelo, you said he would get washed. When Floyd Mayweather was going up against Canelo, you said Floyd done met his match. It's time for the old line to give it up. And then after he beat him, you still wouldn't give him props over Manny Pacquiao. Max Kellerman has a long record of always going against the black fighter, the top BA fighter. He has a long history of it. So how dare you? See, I knew he was going to be on BS from the beginning. When they first started, he pulled a what's the old Skip Bayless? He pulled a Skip Bayless on Shady to test the waters. And see, Shady's not realizing where this is coming from because you're thinking he's cool. You thinking that this liberal white T man is your friend. You're thinking that this liberal Max Kellerman isn't going to disrespect you on a national televised platform like that. So he starts off with the above average. This is how he introduces Shady. He says, at the end of the table, my above average football player, and he tries to do these little microaggressive jokes. He's testing you. He's doing what my brother Patrice X calls a pump test. They are trying to bring back. Now you all remember, I'm gonna tell you what he's feeling like. You see, Max Kellerman watched that roast. Max Kellerman watched that Kevin Hart roast and was like, yeah, I'm gonna try one of them. I'm gonna try one of them this week. I'm seeing the backlash they're getting, and these guys, they want to be okay with it. They want it to be okay to call you. I'm just gonna make it plain. They want to be able to call you nigga again without any repercussions. That's where we're headed. And Shady, you see, you're getting a wake-up call. Because when it was time to drag Devin Haney, when it was time to drag Clarissa, see, they use you as the Negro reference. Well, see, we're not being biased because we have a token with us. So you're getting your wake-up call. And you could see on Shady's face, he like, damn, man, where is coming from? It was always in him. I keep telling y'all, the devil's always going to make a fool out of you. The Honorable El Haj Malik Shabazz, Malcolm X, as you know it, he told you. The only difference between the racists in the South and the racists in the North is one is going to be friendly and then eat you, and one's going to be mean and eat you. The only difference is one is a fox and one is a wolf. Let me say it again. One is a fox and one is a wolf. You all have never tried to press Canelo, try to press David Benavidez, try to press Ryan Garcia, try to press any of them. Who is always going against us? Legendary trainer Robert Garcia. You all have never pressed him and said, well, Robert, are you just picking this guy again because he's Mexican? Max, you have never approached Mauricio Suleiman and said, well, are you all just giving him a slap of the wrist even though they've popped hot on this performance enhancement drug test because they're Mexican? Salute PJ's Big Dog. You all have never done that. Now, what you all need to ask yourselves is, boxing family, is why is it becoming okay? Why is it becoming okay for them to do it to us? I keep telling y'all, and I've been telling y'all since I got on these airways, there is an effort to buck break you again. So while you all, listen to me, while you all are running around here dragging Bill Haney, while you all are running around here talking about Alicia Baumgartner is light-skinned and pretty, and Clarissa is a ape chimp that's chimping out. That's a new thing they're saying, that's chimping out. Hold on, family. Hey, you here for the watch?
Hey, what's up, Coach?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm here for the watch. Yeah.
Okay, it's right there on the table.
Cool, my man. Thank you so
All
much.
right, you take it easy now. All right. So, listen, check this out. This goes all the way back to the days of Jack Johnson. This goes all the way back to the newspaper articles of you being called yellow, you being called a coward. While you all are dragging your own people, you all about to pay a price for it. Now watch this. Watch this. I'm 20-0. I'm 20-0 in prophecies concerning BA fighters in the sport of boxing. I'm about to give y'all another one. Watch this. Remember that time we were having a talk as a family, and I told you all that somebody has to pay a price for what Bud Crawford did and how he left? Do you all remember that? So Bud said he ain't gonna come back? All right. Shakur. Mauricio Suleiman calls up the team and says, well, what is Shakur's relationship with Bud? Will he be dropping the WBC belt as well? Now, Shakur, you got a wake-up call coming. Brother, if you don't stop this crap that you're doing, you, Keyshawn, Hitchens, all of you. Remember Hitchens got in the ring? F the Haney's. Remember that? Remember Keyshawn was all humble and stuff in Bill's face? And then after he's successful, it's a whole new thing, right? That whole crew, the powers that be, they are going to take it out on one of them. And I promise you, if Shakur does not start moving different, he's going to learn. Watch this. Now, I don't agree with everything Charleston White says. Sometimes he says some things that are right in his act. Sometimes he takes history, and if you don't know the true story of history or what he might be speaking of, he will put some fallacies in it as well. But I seen a clip this morning with Charleston White on the phone with Adrian Bronner. Let me say this. You all can say what you want about Dean the Great. Dean the Great is doing more for a BA fighter than Aiden Ross ever did, than that other racist Indian dude with the glasses. Dean the Great is putting money back in the pocket, showing the brother, hey man, you have a problem. Now I'm gonna tell you what almost messed it up is when Tank showed up. When Tank showed up with that negative ass energy, that's what almost messed it up. Now I'm gonna show you all something. Charleston White's on the phone with AB. He says, listen, man, you could have one of the greatest boxing comebacks since George Foreman. Don't mess it up bringing back the same dudes around you that left you when you were in need. Now let me get back to Shakur. Shakur's wake-up call is coming. See, you all think you get to be disunified on this side and piss off some of these puppet masters at the same time, and you're gonna be okay because you're highly skilled. It's a whole lot of fighters that were highly skilled, and now they're paralyzed because somebody was allowed to cheat against them, because somebody was allowed to be on PEDs, because somebody was allowed to have loaded gloves. See, you all don't see the play, but it's about to happen. See, the WBC is like, yo, whoever can give Shakur a problem, if he has one of our belts, boom, order the fight. Order it or strip him. Order it or strip him. But the audacity. Now, I want to see. Let me say this, fam. When brothers are more excited to see Bernie and Bill Haney go at it and just see the disrespect on the level that it's on, and we ain't got no smoke for Max Kellerman, salute to Brown Sugar Tay-Tay in the building. We don't have no smoke for this damn devil Max Kellerman saying to Shady, you barely above average football player, you just rooting for these guys because they're black? What are you trying to do, Max? What are you trying to start, Max? Max Kellerman, you were brought back on one of the biggest boxing events in the last decade, and it was a BA fighter on that main event. All of you brothers who said, man, I'm glad Max is back. It remind me of the old days. I'm glad Max is back. It remind me of HBO. You are going to pay a price for your inappropriate lust to be up under a master. You are going to pay a price. There are going to be consequences for your feel-good feeling of seeing a YT coach disrespect BLK fighters, BLK athletes on the sidelines. You are going to pay a price for seeing injustice happen, and you still put going to a football game and being in the stadium and being in the same area around these same people who don't like you, don't like your father, your mother, your children, your aunts, hates all of you. But in the name of football, you'll put that to the side. In the name of basketball, you'll put that to the side. In the name of a music festival, you'll put that to the side. You are going to pay a price because you refuse to unify. Salute Stormy B-Man in the building. Now I'm going to tell you who's going to be all right. Dev going to be all right. Abdullah Mason going to be all right. But those of you who keep thinking that you don't have to pay a price for what's about to go down and what's about to take place and what you've been doing, Shakur I'm telling y'all, here go 21. Here go Prophecy 21. Shakur is going to be the one They are going to try to get to pay the price for how Bud Crawford left the sport of boxing. You gonna need some brothers behind you. You gonna need some brothers to help you. Watch this. Watch this. The worst thing, let me tell y'all something. The worst thing that one of the greatest entertainers of all time did, who was my favorite entertainer, Michael Jackson, is when he removed the FOI from around him, protecting him. When he thought the danger was over, even though he said with his own mouth, these devils are trying to kill me, the worst thing he did was when he removed the FOI from around them. He had enough money to pay the FOI. He had enough. What up, Jay? He had enough to pay for... No, you good? Come on. You good? He had enough to pay for that security. As soon as he pulled the security from him, boom, he gone now. You understand? So this is what I'm trying to say. You don't get to play both sides. Mauricio Suleiman already said Bud is a coward for bouncing the way he bounced. You got Shakur, who's still in the profession. He cannot fight those battles on both fronts. You're going to have to be unified at some point. So why not give Foster a shot? Why not go up and fight Devin? But if you all do not give smoke to Max Kellerman for how he disrespected Shady, I don't want to hear nothing else about what you got to say about any other fighter, about any of our BA fighters and what they said, because you have no smoke for Max. Think about it. 100 daily skills, the SEALs, operatives, and I will get back to you all later in the about to start some boxing, but just think about what I said. All right, peace.